I feel so good right now. Do you know why? Because I stepped outside of the house, felt the breeze, felt the sun on my skin. I looked directly at the sun, went blind for like 3 seconds, and I was like, don't do that, Michael. And I closed my eyes again and I felt it, and I was like, ooh. This is what it's about. This is what life is about. Life is about being one with nature. Even though I was standing in my patio because I was too shy to step outside. Yeah, I didn't feel like going out. Today's just one of those days where I just kind of want to be to myself. Right? But when I was outside and that breeze was just, because I was in my boxers, just hitting my nutsack at the right angle, and it swung like a slow-moving speed bag, I knew today was going to be a chill day. And it is. Can you tell by the way I'm talking? The relaxation in my voice? It's like a wave. Or like a still pond. Make sure to hydrate. Drink that water. Oh my gosh, yeah. I've been feeling kind of crazy lately, guys. I've been feeling so crazy because, yes, I'm on my journey. Yes, I'm doing stand-up, and I make sure to try to go up at least every night or multiple times a night when I do go up. And I got to remember to take care of myself in the other ways, do the other things I got to do to enjoy life. It's great to try to become a master of your craft, but I think it's also just as important to take care of the other areas of your life and just to actually live it. Do some shit. Fucking go hiking or something, or give your grandma a hug. I don't know. Fuck, man. Anyways, that was me being fake sentimental, but okay, not really. Okay, so here's something interesting that happened last week. My girlfriend asked if she could rock me like a baby in her arms. And that is not a lie, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a fucking lie. She has an obsession with babies, and her motherly instincts are really starting to kick in now, which is why I think that she, she'll get all happy because I did something cute, and she'll be like, I just want to bake for you. It made me feel really good, but at the same time, it's I think that's the type of shit that a mom would say. You did such a great job, honey. Would you like chocolate chip cookies? I can bake them for you. Yeah, but anyways, so we were cuddling in her bed, and she asked me if she could rock me like a baby. And I looked at her and I was like, I don't know, because I'm kind of 29, about to be 30 in 2 months. But I said, fuck it, let's do it. So here's how she did it. She was sitting with her legs out, and then my butt was in the middle of her lap, and as she picked up my legs with her left hand, and then with her right hand, she was holding my head, right? And then she told me, stop holding your head up. You need to act like a baby, because babies they have big ass heads, just like me, but they can't hold their heads up because they don't have that muscle yet. So as soon as she said that, I just dropped my head. My neck cracked, but I dropped my head, and I basically became a paraplegic at that point. And then she giggled because she liked that I was starting to become more baby-like. And then she literally started rocking me in her arms, And it actually was oddly comforting. It felt pretty damn good, not gonna lie. Because in Korean culture, they don't really give you that physical comfort. They don't hug you. They don't kiss you on the forehead. They don't really do that stuff. So when she did that, it was as if the child in me, the little boy, the little Michael, was finally satisfied. And then I started sucking my thumb with my eye. Nah, I didn't suck my thumb, just kidding. But she did it 3 times. But I'm so heavy, she just threw me off. But yeah, seriously. But Man, I gotta stop being like and so many filler words and words that should not be there. You need better English, Michael. Get better at your English. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys why I stopped going to church. I'm gonna tell you why. Here's why. So I used to be part of this college ministry, and they wouldn't really be. They'd want you to tell them about your troubles, but they wouldn't really be honest about what's really going on in their lives. Like, I'll give you an example. So in the college ministry, there was this thing called a prayer circle, and everybody would be in a circle, right? And they'd go one by one telling the group what they would like people to pray for. Okay? A problem, an issue, a life struggle they're having. So I was pretty new to it. So the first person goes up, the pastor's like, all right, Jennifer, is there anything you'd like to share? And she's like, my fire for Christ has been so weak lately, and I know it sounds horrible, but I just would like you to pray for me, everybody to pray for me, so that the fire gets blazing again. And then pastor's like, and it will blaze like a wildfire. Steve? And Steve's like, yeah, I have an OChem final coming up, and I need to get an A on it so I can get into the physical therapy program. So I would just like everybody to pray for me. And I'm hearing all this shit, and I'm like, are these real problems? Because I've got some real shit going on, like addiction shit. That's why I was there in the first place. But I was like, okay, I guess problems are subjective as fuck. So they were like, Michael, I'd like everybody to pray for my ecstasy addiction. And everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, they didn't know what to say. The pastor was just like, thank you for sharing, Michael. David? They just skipped me. Where's the real shit? Where's the real shit, motherfuckers? Right? They keep pushing everybody to share what's really going on. But they themselves would either talk about how they need to get a fucking A in their finals at UCLA, because they all fucking went to UCLA, or they talk about how they're struggling with their faith, that their faith isn't as strong as they need to be, right? Like, you know how people try to one-up each other by saying, like, how shitty their day is? It's like, oh, man, I got into a car accident. Oh, yeah? Well, you got into a car accident? Well, I ran over a grandma on accident. And then the other person's like, oh, yeah? Well, I know what you mean, but, like, I bitch slapped my mom. But I didn't mean to, but I did. It's like, what the fuck, man? So they're trying to talk about how bad or how much they're struggling with their faith, as if that's like the real shit. That's not the real fucking shit, dude. And then they made me feel like the black sheep, because I was so honest. They thought I was crazy. And for like a year and a half, they'd be like, when I'd get excited and I feel good, I get very energetic. And I had multiple people be like, are you high? I'm like, that... They're smiling and trying to make it seem like they're joking, but they're not fucking joking. They're being serious. They're like, are you high? Because I shared that I had troubles with substances, because I used to have alcohol issues. I'd be fucking high 24/7, morning till night, be taking ecstasy for no goddamn reason. You know, it's kind of like that, like subtle racism. When you have somebody make a little comment towards you, you know what I'm talking about, my fellow minorities, right? It's no different. It still sucks. And you know what they would do? They would try to make it seem like they're evangelizing people or helping people helping the world by bringing people to the ministry, the college ministry, from their school. So these fuckers would bring their friends, or not even friends, but people that they met and be nice to them. Like, you should come to our college ministry. It's so great. Everybody's so nice. And they'd bring them in the room. And then they'd leave them alone in the corner. I've seen this happen dozens and dozens of times. They would just leave them in the fucking corner. Alone. And then I'd go up to them and talk to them. Because I saw how uncomfortable they were. They're like, I know they're thinking, why the fuck did these people bring me to this church or this gathering if they're not even going to be next to me? Because what they're doing is they're bringing the people, leaving them in the corner and saying, I did God's duty. Leaving, and then going back to their clique and just kicking it and hanging out and being fucking Christians. How Christian are you fucking being? Because on a human level, you're not being much of a fucking human. That's fake. That is so fake. And I stayed there for like, I think, a year and a half, 2 years. And I had to leave because I was being fake the whole time, you know? I started like sharing, oh God, my faith has been weak and I just need to make it stronger. Like just some bullshit some fucking bullshit, man. I hated it. I hated the fakeness. And then some of those dudes would pretend to be super Christian to get some fucking pussy. I've seen that shit. There's one Japanese guy. He was not Christian. Started going there because he didn't have any friends. Didn't know how to make friends. And he's fake as fuck. But he ended up wooing one of the girls, and started dating her. Pretending like he gave a fuck about the religion. And there's a lot of guys you'll see that do that. You know? Like, even those preachers, like, have you seen, Preachers and Sneakers? Something like that on Instagram. It's these pictures of these like pastors at mega churches who are wearing shoes that are in the thousands. You don't need to wear those fucking Yeezys, man. You're there to share the message of Christ, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? So why are you spending all that money on that? Why can't you could give like $10 to the fucking homeless at Skid Row, like each one. And you still would have thousands of dollars left based on the amount that you're paying for those shoes. What the fuck? There's a lot of fake shit going on here, man. Now, I'm not demonizing Christianity, and I'm not demonizing any religion. I think religion is great if you use it in the right way. It's just like steroids. Like, people say, oh, if you use steroids, you're gonna be a crazy asshole. No, you were already an asshole to begin with, and now you're more of an asshole because you got some crazy shit going on with the testosterone being boosted. Because you don't know self-control. Right? Damn, man. I even went to, I had some weird experiences with church, though. Like, I went to this other church for a retreat in the middle of nowhere. In the desert, almost, it felt like. And me and this other guy were the only new guys. And everybody else, like 30 people, were regulars at that church. So we're in the middle of nowhere, in this little cabin thing. And we were about to eat lunch. And before lunch, the pastor said, let's pray for the meal to be had. And I'm like, okay, cool. Easy peasy. Everybody's folding their hands, bowing their head. And so it kind of goes like this. They go like, Dear Lord, thank you for the meal we're about to eat. And thank you for everything you have done for us. And we just like to pray that the future will be great and everything. And everything. I had fucking like 30 motherfuckers going lo around me. And I was freaking out. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Shit. I was scared out of my life. And then at the end, the pastor was like, wiping away a tear, like, who here didn't speak tongue? And I didn't see any hand raised. So I was about to raise my hand. But monkey see, monkey do. Like a fucking smart person, I kept my hand down. And that the other guy who was new slowly raised his hand. And the pastor was like, come here, come here, come here. Sit here, sit here. Everybody, put your hand on him. So there was like 30 motherfuckers putting their hand on this guy. And then the pastor saying, we need to pray that the Holy Spirit will go into him to speak tongue. So everybody puts their hand on him, and then they're like, dear God, thank you for everything you have done. Please let the Holy Spirit go through him. And I'm putting my hand on him too, and I'm like, and that happened for like 5 minutes, right? And after it was done, the pastor was like, how do you feel? And then he was like, like, I didn't know what was going on, but I felt everybody's hand on my back, and they were praying hard, and I prayed hard too. And then I think I started speaking tongue. I think so too. I'm like, dude, you just got manipulated right there. That's the power of numbers, right? It's easy to follow the crowd. It's easy to get manipulated when everybody else is passionate about something, and you're the only one that's not. So then you have to have a strong mentality and will to fight that shit. That's crazy, man. Now, in the Bible, when they were speaking tongue, they were speaking some real languages, right? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Trying to recall it from my memory, my past former religious life. Lo is not a fucking religion or language. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's some Candyland shit. La 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 la. I don't even remember what that's from. But you speed that up. La 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 la. Speed up. La 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 la. Speed up. La 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 la. Holy Spirit. La 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 la. Fuck, that shit was crazy, man. Damn. And then my dad found out about it because he asked me how it went. And this is in high school. And he called the pastor. He got gangster as fuck on him. He was like, if you ever contact my son again, I will hurt you. Stay the fuck away from him. Beep. Good shit, daddy-o. Good fucking shit. Again, I'm not shitting on religion. I am not. I did learn a lot of cool things from it that I carry on to this day, about kindness, whatnot, stuff like that. But some of you motherfuckers are mean. Mean. If you're gay, you're going to hell. What the fuck? You're going to hell. Where's your love at? You're not being kind. Meanie. Oh, shit, man. All right. I'm going to talk about some shit. Let's get more real. More real. Okay? So the first audition I had to get onto this cartoon pilot, which it was written by one of the writers from King of the Hill. I was auditioning for the role of this Asian American, it's a cartoon, Asian American doctor, right? So he's speaking normal English, but he's charismatic and has a lot of energy and is excited. And I went through like 5 phone call auditions where I'd have to read the script with the guy who's, helping the cast. And it went well, and it ended up being between me and this other Asian guy, because they wanted to make sure they were choosing an Asian American, because like you can't really do that. You can't have white people doing Asian people voices anymore. So he told me it's between me and this other guy, and that he really likes me. But then later he called me and told me that they had to go with the other guy. Why did they go with the other guy? Because he was willing to do the voice of the dad who's from Asia, but they wanted like a more stereotypical bullshit Asian voice. And I refused to do it. I don't want to do that shit. Oh, you here, aren't you? Really? Like, I don't want to fucking do that type of shit. I decided to go into this industry and still maintain my fucking sense of self and stay true to my core values and beliefs. And I don't want to shit on my people. Now, when I imitate my father for my jokes, that's a real fucking imitation. I'm not exaggerating the fuck out of it to try to get the funny from just his accent. It's the context. It's the systematic order of how shit came to be. That's what also makes it funny, on top of the accent, of course. Right? But I'm not making fun of the accent. Now, they wanted to make fun of the accent. And I can't fucking do that. So they chose the other guy because they asked me if I was willing to do it. And I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't compromise myself to make it in this industry. I cannot. I'd rather take longer. I'd rather take like 5 years longer, 10 years longer than do that shit. Because I will not be able to sleep at night. I will not be able to live with myself. Because I don't believe in that shit, man. I don't. You got to stay true to yourself. You got to be real with who the fuck you are. Because if you're not, people will take advantage of you. In relationships, in friendships. Not just business and in the entertainment industry. In every way, every area of your life. You will not trust your gut instinct. And when you get those moments of, I think what they said was a little weird. Or I don't think that's right. You won't look into it. You'll just be like, oh, and then ignore it. How do you think so many people get into shitty relationships? Because they ignore those little tiny red flags that they should have looked deeper into because they don't trust themselves. You gotta be fucking true to you no matter what. Until I die, I'm gonna be me. And I'm still discovering who the fuck I am, but I know I'm on the right path. And I highly suggest those of you who are watching or listening to fucking do the same. It is not worth compromising your being and your fucking soul. Because eventually you'll feel it. You'll be this empty little shell. Like, you know when you crack a real peanut and then the inner peanut just falls out. And all you're left is with this brown, flimsy shell with little strings hanging off it. That's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. Throwback to Nsync. I don't care about that Nsync versus Backstreet Boy bullshit. I like both. I don't care. They both have great songs. Fun songs. Songs that don't really make that much sense lyrically, but they're great to sing. I don't care. I used to sing this Nsync song called, what is it? It goes like, drive myself crazy thinking of you. You know that one? I would sing that shit to myself about the crush I had in high school because I was too scared to approach them. I sing a bunch of love songs to myself as if I was singing it to them. That's some creepy shit. That's some ultimate yearning. Like over 9,000 yearning for somebody, pining for them. Yeah, dude. So there was this, guys, I just feel like a fucking psychopath right now. I feel fucking psycho. My brain's all over the place. I want to eat chicken, but like it's gonna take 45 minutes to bake. And sometimes I just spend money purely out of laziness. I know I shouldn't, but I can't help it. Like McDonald's. I bought McDonald's last night because it was just there. I love McDonald's. They have a deal right now. $5 for a mix and match burgers. I got a quarter pounder with cheese and a filet of fish. Dude, I don't know what kind of fish that is. But that shit is delicious. That's not real. That's some fake shit, but it's good. That's that good. You know? I love that shit. How did they come up with that? And that quarter pounder, that beef is so juicy, and there's like this juice that comes out of it that doesn't look like regular oil or meat juice. It looks like angel sweat. Because I look at it and I feel blessed before each bite. I'm just like, And I just look at the drip. And I appreciate it. And I take another bite. Birds flying high. Damn, dude. So, if you guys know who Bryan Callen is, Bryan Callen was on Mad TV. He's got a podcast called The Fighter and the Kid with Brendan Schaub. And I saw him do stand-up last night. Which he fucking killed like usual. He's really great with his physicality and his accents and everything. He's fantastic. But at the end, he asked, who's an aspiring actor here? Or basically, who's trying to be in the entertainment industry? And a couple of us raised our hands, and he said that he said here's why he really hates self-help, those self-help books, because they're like hundreds of pages of fucking fluff about shortcuts, about how to get there faster. And he said it's bullshit. If he wrote a self-help book, he'd sum it up in one page, and what it would say on that one page, it takes fucking forever. And we all laughed when he said it. But it made me feel good when he said it, because I've been in a slump lately. Just like, it's been almost 8 months on my journey. And I have moments where I just kind of doubt myself, where I'm uncertain of not just my material, but like who I am, and if I'm good enough, if I'm losing myself. But then he said that, and it made me feel good. There's comfort in knowing that it's going to take a long time. Hearing that from a professional. And he said it took him 24 years. All of his 20s, all of his 30s, and some of his 40s was spent driving all around LA, hearing no, getting rejections. It takes fucking forever. But now, at the age of 52, he's making fucking great money, doing what he wants. He's got a TV show, successful podcast, has all kinds of opportunities. And some people might be like, oh, I don't know, that 52, I don't know about that. That's too long, man. That takes so long. But think about it this way. How many 52-year-olds do you know that are actually happy with the way they're living life? Not a lot. Some people, they get this job to make as much money as they can and then retire at 60. And then they start to live their life. Like, I know this dude whose dad is going to a bunch of like fucking like Star Trek conventions now, that he hasn't that all before, but now he's going to them all the fucking time once he retired. And I can see, even in pictures, his face is just like happier. There's light emitting from it. Versus before, when he was still working, he just looked miserable. Now, to me, I'd rather live and work for the lifestyle that I want. I don't want to work some shit job for like fucking 30, 40 years and then begin to live my life. That doesn't sound fun to me. But I am glad to see that dad is living his life finally. You know? Because he didn't really get to live his youth, it seems like. So I'd rather struggle now while trying to create the type of life that I want. And live it day to day. Not waiting for the weekend or waiting for retirement. Because even retirement's boring. Talk to people that are really retired. Some may be having fun, but a lot of them is like, they'll say you have to work to have fun. Figure out things to do in your free time. Because you have a lot of free time. And you know what? Because you spent all that time doing jobs that you fucking hate to save that money until you're retired, you don't even really know yourself. You don't know what hobbies you like, or you know what things you truly enjoy, because you didn't give yourself the time and the opportunity to to live it. So now you're 60 and you're just like, fuck, what do I do? Now I gotta rediscover myself after this 30, 40 years of this shit not being me. Fuck that. We could die tomorrow. Who the fuck knows? Imagine that. They say it's a gamble trying to go for what you really want. That dream. But the real gamble is you thinking that you're going to live to 60 and have time to spend that money in your retirement. You might fucking die before that. You might get handicapped. Incapacitated. That's the real gamble. So I'm throwing all my cards in myself, all my money, all the what is it? What are they called? The poker chips? Yeah, all the chips. Going all in on me. Damn, that felt good. That got deep, real deep, like the ocean. Yeah, guys, fuck, man, this is so, I'm so excited every time I do this podcast. And every time you guys are here supporting, listening, it makes me feel good. Thank you. Fuck, man. Like, that's all I care about. Really. Fuck all the likes. Fuck whatever. The views. Before, I was like, oh, I didn't get as many views. But then I was like, dude, fuck it. I'm here to create a deeper relationship with the true followers, the true listeners, the true friends, right? Because that's what it's about. Quality over quantity. And if I repeat myself in the future podcasts and the past podcasts, fuck it. Because it feels good. It feels good. You know? Thank you. Man, it is so hot in my room. God, I'm going to fucking die because it's starting to be summer. And that sun is hitting right on that wall, and it's absorbing, and it's going through that, like, X-ray vision, heat ray shit. But yeah. But you know what, guys? Next week is going to be even more amazing. We're going to talk about the realest shit. So, thank you for listening. And I am going to see you back next week. See ya!